Today is October 23rd, the 30th Sunday in Ordinary Time. The Lord is a God of justice, who knows no favorites. Though not unduly partial towards the weak, yet he hears the cry of the oppressed. The Lord is not deaf to the wail of the orphan, nor to the widow when she pours out her complaint. The one who serves God willingly is heard. His petition reaches the heavens. The prayer of the lowly pierces the clouds. It does not rest till it reaches its goal, nor will it withdraw till the Most High responds. Judges justly and affirms the right, and the Lord will not delay. Reading 2. Beloved, I am already being poured out like a Libanon, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have competed well, I have finished the race, I have kept my faith. From now on the crown of righteousness awaits me, which the Lord, the just judge, will award me on that day, and will not only to me, but to all who have longed for his appearance. At my first offense no one appeared on my behalf, but everyone deserted me. May it not held against them. May it not be held against them. But the Lord stood by me and gave me strength, so that me, the proclamation, might be completed, and all the Gentiles might hear it. And I rescued from the lion's mouth. The Lord will rescue me from every evil threat, and bring me safe to his heavenly kingdom. To him glory forever and ever. Amen. Alright, the Gospel. Jesus addressed this parable to those who were convinced of their own righteousness and despised everyone else. Two people went up to the temple area to pray. One was a Pharisee, and the other was a tax collector. The Pharisee took up his position and spoke this prayer to himself. O God, I thank you that I am not like the rest of humanity, greedy, dishonest, adulterous, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week, and I pay fifths, or taxes, on my whole income. But the tax collector stood off at a distance, and would not even raise his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast and prayed, O God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, the latter went home justified, not the former. For whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. So, I really like what today's readings were. So, the first and the second really expresses if God will be there for you. Through hard times, he will be there for you. Like, reading 1 really says that. Like, he will save you he will save the ones who cannot save themselves, the oppressed. He will hear them. And the second one is also talking about saving them, but saving them more from evil, which pretty much both are. Saving them from evil. And I don't read the Psalms, but I'm just going to read a little bit of this. So the Lord hears the cry of the poor. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall never be in my mouth. Let my soul glory go to the Lord. So that's just a little. So especially the first part, the Lord hears the cry of the poor. If you are oppressed or not to your full potential, like you've been handicapped in life almost, the orphan or the widow, he is there for you. He hears you, and all you have to do is pray to him, and he will give you answers and guide you. And the gospel on the 28th Sunday, everything was really talking about like the same thing, leprosy. Everything was talking about leprosy. The gospel has a similar tone, but kind of drifts away from the two readings, which are very connected. So the gospel talks about these two guys, and they both go up to the temple to worship, And the first guy, he's like, thank you for making me perfect. He was humbling himself and talking about how perfect he is when he was not perfect. He was like, I fast 2 times a week. I'm not greedy. I'm not an adulteress. And I'm not like this tax collector. Just totally making fun of this tax collector to God when this tax collector was also there to worship. While the tax collector knew himself. He knew that he is not perfect. He is an imperfect being, like the rest of us. He beat it on his chest and he said, "Oh God, be merciful to me, a sinner." And the tax collector went off home after he worshipped and felt good. He was mercied, while the first man went home feeling empty because he tried to fill himself. When it's God's job to fill you, you can't fill yourself. You don't have that power. So he went home empty while the tax collector went home fulfilled. And that's what I have to say about the 23rd of October, or the 30th Sunday, in ordinary time.